All right, good afternoon, everybody. It's time for puzzles again. I hope you all had a good weekend. Last week was fun, so we're going to do something similar to what we had last week. So we're going to wait for some people to join. As we get more viewers and as we get more people join our session, we'll get started. So let's give maybe about a minute or so for some more people to join our session. If you're in the session, if you're already here, say hi. Let's just know who you are, and just so I can greet you and recognize you. All right, Anastasia, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on board. So once you come in, just say hi. Remember, on Tuesdays, we have our puzzle time. We're just trying to give the kids something fun to do, something interesting that they could do, something to engage them during the summer. So we're just going to be doing puzzles on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, we'll do something informational. It may be like last week we did some college preparation tips. This week we may be doing some SAT tips or ACT tips, and so we're going to try to do different things. And so just if you have not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe so that when these things are coming up, we will let you know. I think upcoming we'll be having some professional sessions, so your parents can join us as well. Good afternoon, Jaden. Thank you for joining us today. Looking forward to your participation. So I know we have a few viewers in already, so we'll wait for a few more and then we'll be able to get started. All right, Paul, good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying your summer so far. Thanks for joining us. I think this is probably your first time, so thank you for joining us today. So we're going to do something fun. It's going to be puzzles. There's going to be some math. There's going to be some grammar things, English reading or some, not reading, but English. And so it's going to be about identifying words. So just something fun for you all. Okay. How's everyone's summer coming along? Everyone enjoying their summer? Anyone feeling bored? I know a lot of us are having to stay home, so I can understand. So that's why we have something like this for you to just have an outlet. You can come ask any questions you want. If there's anything you're learning right now that you don't quite understand, or if you're something you learned in your previous school year that you don't understand, just ask it and I'll be glad to help you go over it. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the first puzzle. So like I said, we're going to have puzzles. We're going to have some math-like puzzles. We're going to have some that are English, and then some that are just things that you have to think about like we had last week. So let's start with the first puzzle and give everyone a chance to take a stab at it. So this is we're going to be doing some division, and we're going to divide all of these numbers. And when we get the answers, we're going to use that information to make a statement. So what has 4 wheels and flies? We're trying to find out what that is. So you have to answer all the questions, all these division questions to get to your answer. Oh, Limunga, good afternoon. How are you? I hope you're enjoying your summer, and it's good to have you. So we're going to divide all of this to find the quotient, and then we'll solve the riddle. We want to find out what has 4 wheels and flies. What has 4 wheels and flies? Let's see who's going to help us with that. We're trying to figure out what has 4 wheels and also can fly. And to answer that, we will need to be able to answer all of these division questions. So if you're familiar with division, you notice here that it's only up to about the 11. You have to be able to know your multiplication tables to about 11 to answer this, but shouldn't be too, it's not really difficult at all. I'm waiting for the first person to get to the answer. I think in the future we're gonna start doing some awards for whoever can answer this fast, who can get to the answer quickly. All right, who has an answer? Let me pick one. Let me pick any one of these and show you an example. Let's see. Let's pick 121 divided by 11. So if you know your multiplication table for 11, you know that 121 divided by 11 is going to be 11. Let's write that better. So we're going to write 11 here. 11, and so 11 is going to be C. All right, that should help you. So now we know what is going to be for. We know what 11 is. 11 is C, so we'll cross that out. So let's see who else can try. Let's pick up another one. 35 divided by 7. What do you multiply 7 by to get to 35? We're going to multiply 7 by 5 to get to 35. So 5 is going to be A. Let's keep waiting. I'm waiting for someone to give me a sentence. What has 4 wheels and flies? Let's pick up another one. Let's see, 72 divided by 9. That is going to give you 8, because 8 multiplied by 9 is 72. So 8 is T. Keep waiting. Anyone have an answer already? Anyone solved it already? A garbage truck. Wow, that's wonderful. So that's an answer. Airplane, a garbage truck. All right, so let's go ahead. So good attempt at just trying this. So let's see what the answer is going to be. 54 divided by 6, that's going to give us 9. So we know that 9 is going to be R. So this is right here. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So where is 2? It's going to be A right here. And 24 divided by 8, that's going to give us 3. So 3 is going to be R. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So 7 is E. And then we have 72 divided by 6. That's going to give us 12. So that is going to be K right here. So it looks like we're getting close. And then 42 divided by 7, we have 6. So that is going to be G. 1 divided by 1, that's 1. That's another G. 32 divided by 8, we have 4. Hello, Precious. How are you doing? 4 is B. Looks like we have an answer. 0 divided by 5, that is going to be 0. That is A. And then 100 divided by 10 is 10. So that's going to give you U. So that is correct. A garbage truck. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck. All right, that's wonderful. Let's go to the next one. Does anyone have any questions? Just remember that if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask. This is for sports lovers. Those of us who like sports, we have some basketball, some baseball, some football, and I think we have some hockey here as well. So let's see all our sports fans, those of you that love sports, this is for you. I was thinking about you guys, and I wanted something that would make you that you'll be excited about. So a referee is to football as an umpire is to, let's see what sport that is going to be. Who knows what sport uses an umpire? Is it basketball? Is it baseball? Is it hockey? Or is it judge? Baseball. Fantastic. Anybody have a different answer? Baseball. All right. So a referee is to football. A referee is the one that makes sure that everyone obeys the rules in a football game. And an umpire is the one that does the same for baseball. That is correct. The second one, baseball is to diamond as basketball is to... So the baseball is played in a diamond and the basketball is played where? In a field, inside, a game, or a court? Okay, wow, someone's on a roll. Anastasia is on a roll today. So that is court. All right, let's see who else has a different answer. Could it be inside? Okay, court. All right. I'm waiting for the guys to start. This is for you guys. I put it because of guys, you know. I know you guys love a lot of sports. So this is really for you, but the ladies are really taking on the challenge and they're doing so well. So guys, what about you? Baseball, court, puck. Oh, that's wow, that's good. So let's keep going. So we have court. Baseball is to ball as hockey is to. What do you use? What do you move around in a hockey game? In a baseball, we're moving around the ball. We're trying to strike a ball or throw a ball. In hockey, what are we moving around? What is that little object that everybody's running after? I see Jaden has puck as an answer. So let's see who else has a different answer. Puck. You're trying to say puck? P-U-C-K. The spelling is on the screen. P-U-C-K is for puck. So hockey is to puck. It's the little thing that everyone runs after with their hockey stick. So hockey is to puck. Hoop is to basketball as net is to. Hoop is to basketball as net is to. Is it hockey, basketball, kick, or goalie? Soccer? Soccer is not on the list. Goalie? So remember that hoop is what basketball players put the ball into. What sport uses the net as a way to score? When you have a basketball game, you score by putting the ball in the hoop. When you have what game do you score by putting something in the net? That's what it's asking. You can put the goalie in the net. Hockey. Well, that's good. So net is to hockey because you are going to put the puck in a net. And then the last one here, baseball is to inning as football is to. Okay, looks like Jaden has answered all of them. So let's see who is going to answer this. Anybody have a different answer from Jaden? Jaden says quarter. Okay, quarter. All right. So actually, in terms of football, you could have this or you could have that. Depends, but most people use quarter. All right, anybody ready for some more? I think we have one that is actually going to be exciting coming up. It's one that is exciting coming up. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Okay, Paul, you're right. Quarter is correct. Some use period, but quarter is more commonly used by everybody. Everybody uses quarter because when we're watching our football game, we're looking at first quarter and all that stuff because there are 4 different periods. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, which of these tanks is going to get filled up first? It's going to make you think a little bit. Which of these tanks is going to get filled up first? Do some thinking. Pay attention to how the water is going to flow into each of these tanks. The 4th tank. Okay, wow, that was quick. The 4th tank. Okay, tank number 4. All right, let's see if there's a different point of view. Those who think it's tank number 4, can you explain? Just give maybe a sentence that explains why you think is the tank number 4. Why is it tank number 4? Okay, so the system that is flowing ends at the 4th one. All right, let's see if there's a different point of view. So I see everyone thinks it's tank number 4. All right, you all are correct. That is very correct. That's the tank that's going to get filled up first. All right, true, Anastasia. So because the water will keep flowing through the tanks and that is the one tank that does not have an outlet. And all the water goes into it from all the other tanks. Okay, it stops flowing at number 4. All right. Just another reminder for you all, we're having our summer program. It's going on right now and it's been an exciting time for a lot of the students. They are learning something new. And this week we're actually starting off our SAT and ACT classes. And let your older siblings know, and I know a lot of you are probably younger, so let your older siblings know, those in high school, that we have this available for them and we're kicking it off this week. And if you want more information, that's how to reach us. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. Okay. Let's go to the next puzzle. This is place value. So you can see that the first topic we worked on was division from the math perspective, or from math. We looked at division. Now we're going to look at place value. What did the teddy bear say after dinner? What did the teddy bear say after dinner? We need to find out each of these words represents a number. We need to be able to write those numbers, and then we'll be able to complete the statement. What did the teddy bear say after dinner? Let's see. Let's try one of these. No, let's look at one of these numbers. So we have 16,010. So it's 16,010. So that's going to be E. So let's look for that. 16,010. So this is going to be E. Okay, I've done one for you, so I'll give you a chance to do some of the other ones. Let's give you a few minutes to go through, and then we'll be able to see who has the answer. Okay, let's see. Paul, what do you think the answer is? I like that. You know the answer. What do you think the answer is? If you're just joining us, welcome aboard. And please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that when we're coming up with new content, you'll be notified as soon as it's available. Like it and share with your friends. If you have any friends that maybe are not doing a lot of stuff, they feel bored during the summer, tell them to come out on Tuesdays and join us and have a good time just looking at puzzles. I'm stuffed. That's interesting. All right, I like that. So Paul has an answer. That is wonderful. Anybody else have an answer? We have some time. That we're gonna get to a point where it's gonna be a lot of puzzles that are gonna make you think outside the box. So we're gonna get to those real soon. So Paul says the teddy bear says I'm stuffed after dinner. So let's see if he's right. 60. So let's look at the first one for F. It says 6,010. 6,010. So that's going to look like this. 6,010. So that is F. All right. And then we have 6,001. So that is 6,001. So that is a T. 6,001 is T right here. 16,001. So 16,001. So that is F. Oh, Paul, we're getting, looks like you're on the right path. 60,001. So 60 with a comma, and then we have just one. 60,001. Nice, nice. 60,011. 60,011. That is S. 60,011. Okay, 60,111. So we have 60,111, and that is U. Or looks like we're close, Paul. 60,100. 60,100. So that is I. And we're left with M. But just so we can be sure, 6,101, 6,101, 6,101, and that is M. So Paul got that right. Good job, Paul. Good job, Jaden. So the teddy bear says, I am stuffed. Now we're going to look at some other words. Anybody have any questions on this? This is place value. We're using place values to arrive at. You're welcome, Paul. Thanks for your participation. We're using place values to figure out what the teddy bear is saying. So you need to be able to do place values. You need to be able to work with place values to answer this question. If there's anyone with a question about place value, just let me know, and then we can revisit the topic. All right, what is the word? These ones are going to be a bit more challenging than the ones we did last week. What is a farmer's tool? European country, the brand of the car, and the keeper of treasures. A farmer's tool. Let me give you a hint. I'll wait for some time. If you can't figure it out, I'll give you a hint. If you need a hint, just say I need a hint, and I'll give you a hint for farmer's tool. Wonderful. So Anastasia says tractor. So let's see if that is true. Tractor. All right. That is so far so good. What about a European country? A European country. What is the name of a European country? If you need a hint, just let me know and I'll give you a hint. Germany. Wow, this is good. So we have Germany. Let's see if... Okay. So looks like Anastasia is on a roll today. That's good. What about the brand of car? The brand of car. Okay. Precious. Wonderful. Germany. Brand of car. It's a brand of car that has 6 letters, and the 5th letter is a T. Toyota. Let's see if someone else has a different answer. Maybe there's a different brand of car that has 6 letters and has T as its 5th letter. So thank you for those that are joining us. If you're just joining us, or if this is your first time, please hit subscribe, and whenever we have these sessions coming up, or we have other things coming up, you'll get notified. So I see... Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I see rainy clouds, I think, probably. Welcome, thank you for joining us. I see everyone says Toyota, so let's see if that is correct. Toyota. Okay, that is good so far. And now we need to find out the keeper of treasure. The keeper of treasure. Fantastic, Paul. I don't think you will go wrong going with the two of them. They're on a roll. Pirate. All right. Wow. Let's see. Is there anything else? Keeper of treasure. Who keeps treasures? All right, so looks like we have pirate. Everyone thinks it's a pirate, so let's go with pirate. I think that is correct. So pirate. All right, so Paul is saying it's pirate. So everyone says it's pirate. So this is great. This is great. Now let's go to the next one. By the way, do you guys have any topics in math that maybe you don't understand, you need some help understanding better? Can you let me know so that we can go through this as well? I'm so proud of what you guys are doing. I'm impressed by what you're doing. I didn't think it would be this easy for you guys, so you guys have exceeded my expectations. So let's go with the next one. All right, how many times does the digit 7 occur in numbers from 1 to 100? So how many times does the number show up? How many times does the number show up? The number 7 when you look at numbers from 1 to 100. You're going to have to write something. 10 times. Take a look at it again. I think I know why you're saying 10, but I want you to think a little bit more. 11? Think some more. I think I know what you guys are saying. I'm going to wait for some more responses. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to wait for some more responses. Anybody have a 19? Okay, 10 or 11? I see 19. All right. I like the fact that we have different answers. So 10 or 11 or 19. Let's see if anybody has a different answer. Okay, so let's see. Anybody else have a different answer so that we can see who's right? $18. Okay, so you change your mind from 19 to 18. Why did you change your mind? You guys are doing such a good job today. You know, you guys are answering the questions and having a good time. So it was 20. All right, let's see what we can come up with. So we have 7. The first time it shows up is for 7. Then we have 17. We have 27. We have 37. 47. 57. 67. 77, 87, and 97. Who selected this as their number of times 7 shows up? Was this anyone's set of numbers? So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's part of the answer. Now let's keep going. What about 7, 0, 7, 1, 7, 2. Can you see there's 7 still? 7, 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 8, 7, 9. So now we're going to count all of these numbers and see how many times the digit 7 occurs in numbers from 1 to 100. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So our answer is going to be 19. I'm not, someone had that answer at one time? 19. All right, Precious, you had 19 at one time and you changed it to 18. Why did you change it? And then if you had 20, you probably repeated 77 twice. Okay. Who wants more puzzles? We have a few more to go. Who wants more puzzles? That is a very good question. That is, and depends on how you read the question. Yeah, you could see 20 as an option. It's valid. It's a valid option for your answer, actually. I would accept that if you had 20, so that makes sense. You all are smart students, thinking so hard, thinking outside the box. That is so impressive. All right, Mr. Smith has 4 daughters. Each of his daughters has a brother. How many children does Mr. Smith have? Mr. Smith has 4 daughters. Each of the daughters has a brother. How many children does Mr. Smith have? Let's see what we come up with. I'm actually curious to see how you guys are going to read this question. Mr. Smith has 4 daughters. He has 8 children. Okay, that's a good start. 8 children. 5 children. Okay. Let's see who else has a different answer. So I got 8 and I have 5. If you have 8, can you explain why it's 8? And if you have 5, can you explain why it's 5? Okay, Jaden says 5 as well. Anastasia says 5. And Precious says 8. So that's good. So we're all thinking about it differently. You're going to go with Nathan. Okay, 8. Paul, why are you going with Nathan or with Precious? Why are you going with her? Each of them has a brother. But how many boys are in the house? How many boys are in the family? How many boys are in the family? They're basically doubling the number 4. Okay? I understand your reasoning. It's easy to say it that way. I can really understand what you're saying because you're looking at it as just math. But some of this is logic. So let's see. Those who have 5, can you explain your reason for having 5 as the number of children? So we have Mr. Smith. He has 4 daughters and each of his daughters has a brother. How many children does he have? How many children does he have? Someone said 8, and then we have some saying 5, and those that have 8 says that you double the number of children because each daughter has 1 brother. So you're going to double the number of daughters because of the number of brothers each of them has. That makes sense. I mean, it makes sense mathematically. So I can't really fault you. So Jaden says 4 plus 1 equals 5. So think about it this way. Let's assume that Mr. Smith was maybe your dad, and you are the only, for those who are boys here, and you are the only boy in the house. And you have 4 sisters. Does each of your sister have one brother? That's what you need to ask yourself. Does each sister have one brother? One brother to all 4 sisters, so there could just be only one brother because they all have one brother. That is fantastic. So think about it this way. I like that response from Anastasia. So we have Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith. Okay, Mr. Smith has 4 daughters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's call it daughter 1, daughter 2, daughter 3, and then the daughter is the 4th one. Now, each of these have one brother. All of them have one brother. They're part of the same family. So how many boys are there going to be in the house? There's only one boy. They only have, so Mr. Smith has one son. So let's look at one son. So son, the first son. So can you see that D1 has only one brother? D2 also has only one brother. D3 has one brother, and D4 also has one brother. So if you add all of this together, you can see that he has 5 children. We did an example like this last week, so I wanted to see if you all remembered. That's why I have this one here today. Now I have a trick question for you. I add 10 to 4 and get 2 as the correct answer. How is that possible? Let's see what you all come up with. If I add 10 to 4, I get 2 as the correct answer. How is this possible? Let's see who is able to come. I'm looking forward to your responses on this. Last week was a blast, so I'm looking forward to your responses on how you guys are thinking through this. If I add 10 to 4 and get 2 as the correct answer, how is this possible? They probably divided by 7 after. That's interesting. But remember, I don't do anything else. I'm only adding 10 and 4, but I get 2 as my answer. And 2 is correct. 2 is the correct answer. How could this be possible? Keep trying. I want to hear more from you all. I want to hear your thought. I want to see and read your thought processes. So I see someone already said that they probably divided by 7. Makes a lot of sense, because if you divide 14 by 7, you get 2. So if I have 10 and 4, I add 10 and 4 together, and I get 2 as the correct answer. What could possibly have happened? What could possibly have happened? What happened to make that? What is the situation that made that happen? If I have 10 and I add 4, I get 2. Oh, they subtracted 12. That's an interesting one. They did multi-step and did division. Wonderful, wonderful responses. So what else do you think could have happened? Some numbers could be negative. That's interesting. How is that possible for some numbers to be negative? I'm adding just 10 and 4 together, and I end up with 2. Or they totally got it wrong. But remember, the question says here that 2 is the correct answer. So they didn't get it wrong. So 2 is the correct answer. So how is it possible that adding 10 and 4 will give you 2? Everyone give up? Everyone not sure? Let me give you a hint. Think of time. Time. That's your hint. Let's think about time, and if you can work with this hint, you will get your answer. Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Precious, you got it. 10 a.m. plus 4 hours is going to give you 2 p.m. That is all you had to think about. So I'm glad you're able to use the hint I gave you. So when I say think about time, you have to look for ways to manipulate your time. So if you're at 10 a.m. to 4 hours, you're going to get 2 p.m. I have to go with you. Everyone is working together. There's a lot of tag teaming, collaboration, all of that stuff happening today. So that is fantastic. That's teamwork. So that's something that you can also learn as you're going to use it when you get into college and high school, and even when you start working, you have to learn how to work together as a team. All right, I have one more puzzle, and after this puzzle, I want you to tell me if there's any topic in math. Maybe you're learning it right now, or you've learned it before and it just didn't make any sense, and you want someone to help you explain that topic. Feel free to ask, and then I'll be happy to help you with that. Now, this is another trick question that I have for you. Let's do it this way. Let me make sure I have an answer here. So 10 a.m. plus 4 hours is going to give you 2 p.m. So let's look at this. 10, 11, 12. This is 12 p.m. This is a.m. This is a.m. 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. So this is 1 hour. This is 2 hours, 3 hours, and then 4 hours. So that is why 10 a.m. plus 4 hours will give you 2 p.m. All right, we have one more puzzle. This one is something you have to just think about. So Farrin's father has 5 sons. The name of 4 sons are Fefa, Fife, Fafi, and Fufo respectively. What is the name of the 5th son? So Farrin's father has 5 sons. We know the name of 4 of the sons. What's the name of the 5th son? Let's see, could it be vowels? Everything starts with an F. That is good. Farrin, okay. Let's see if anybody else has a different response. A, E, I, O. This is wonderful. You guys are impressing me today. This is fantastic. Fantastic work from you all. So does anybody have a topic they want me to look at with them? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a word problem, and I'm going to give everybody a chance to answer that word problem. Let me write a word problem. Okay, let's do a word problem now. Place value. Okay, tell me more about place value. What about place value do you need help with? All right, Jaden, Precious, Anastasia, great job on that last question. So tell me what you want to know about place value, and then I'll be happy to help you with it. Let's see. I'm waiting on you. Once you come up with the topic, I'll be glad to help you with that. Meanwhile, I'm going to write a question that I have here, and so let's see. I'm going to try to do something that is going to require multiple operations. The placement of numbers before and after the comma. Okay, let's do that. Placement of numbers before and after the comma. All right, let's do that. Let's do some examples there. So let's look at some, let's do some place value here. Place value. So here's the way it works for place value. I'm just going to draw a big rectangle here and try to, okay, so this is going to be, use a different color to draw this rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to break this up into smaller parts. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so this is good enough. So whenever you're dealing with place value, this is going to be, let's move this down a bit. No, that's not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and use this the way it is. This is going to be ones. This is going to be tens. This is ones, tens. This is hundreds. This is thousand. Okay, the rule actually is that when you're trying to place your commas, so you're going to count from your right going to your left. So you go from your right to your left. You're going to count 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, then you put a comma and you keep going. So let's ignore that for now and let's focus on the comma. If I had something like this number, 287,643,01, okay? And I'm asking you to place your commas around these numbers. What you're going to do first is you're going to go to your right hand side. You go start from here, the right, you count 1, 2, 3, you put a comma. Then right after the comma, or depends on how you look at it, right before the comma, you go again, 1, 2, 3, you put another comma. So now this is going to help you identify the number that you're given. Okay, you tend not to put in the right spot and after the decimal. Actually, after the decimal, you don't need a comma. You don't need a comma at all after the decimal. The decimals only affect your whole numbers or numbers to the left of the decimal. So if I had a decimal number that was written like this, 64674.08102. So what you're going to do is you're going to, if you're looking at the decimal, the comma, you're going to ignore everything to the right of the decimal. So you're going to completely ignore everything from here to the end. when it comes to your comma, now you're going to now apply your rule that I just showed you, which is you count from the right hand side and you count 3 digits to the left and then you put a comma. So you start from here, 1, 2, 3, and then you put your comma. So that's going to be the only comma that you can put, that you can actually have in this number. Does this help? Is this what you're looking for? So the simple rule is when you're trying to put a comma around a number, you have to start from the right hand side, count 1, 2, 3, like I did here. 1, 2, 3, you put a comma. 1, 2, 3, you put a comma. Let's try something that is even much larger. Let's go with 7, 3, 2, 4, 7, 6, 8, 9, 1, 3.204. Okay. Now we're going to try to put our commas around this number. So we're going to start this. The rule is we're going to start from here, which is the last number before the decimal. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. We put a comma here. Now we go to this next number, 1, 2, 3. We put a comma here. And then 1, 2, 3. We put another comma. So this is all you need to do whenever you have to place commas for, place commas in your numbers. So you can separate the different sets of numbers. So if you look at this another way, between every comma should be 3 digits, 3 numbers. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I can help you with that. Let's do something quick here because we're almost out of time. So we'll try to do it quickly, and then if you want us to do that again next week, I will just let me know, and then we can spend some time working on place value, especially with decimals. So here's what we're going to do in that case. Let me get rid of the date. So let's look at place value for decimals. So place value, and we have decimals. I'm actually going to see if I can get the video. I have a video. If you subscribe to our channel, there's a video that actually focuses on place value for decimals and place value for whole numbers, or we call them integers. That would also give you some added information that you can look out for. I'll see if I can find it and then post it on the chat so that you can use that also as a reference. So let's go ahead and take a quick look before I find that. I'll find it before the end of the session and then I'll post it. So we're going to be looking at a decimal number. So we have 2, 3, 4.012. Okay, so here's the simple trick whenever you're dealing with decimal. What you're going to have here is you have one after the decimal, before the decimal you have ones, you have tens, you have hundreds and all of that stuff. But after the decimal you have tenth, you have hundredth, then you have thousandth. So can you see that it's in the opposite direction? So if I had another number here, let's say I had a 6, this will be 1,000, right? So what you're doing when you come into the decimal, you're going in the reverse direction, right? Because normally when we're going from right all the way to left, the numbers get bigger. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousand. But the decimal, you're going from left to right. You're going to go with 10, 100, 1,000, and then you put a TH at the end. I can go into a little bit more detail, but I know we're out of time. So I'm going to find the video. Okay, so it looks like the video has been placed there for you. So go ahead and watch that video, and that should help you a whole lot with decimals and place value. If you want us to do some more next week, let us know. You can just send us a message so that we'll know that that's a topic that is important to you. And so thank you all for the time. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for the engagement and the participation. Looking forward to next week with you. I hope you have a good weekend. On Thursday, we're going to try to do something for your older siblings on SAT and ACT. Tell them to join. We'll be doing some, most likely, math and science. And this week, we're starting our SAT and ACT classes. So let them know, and then you can contact us in any of these ways. And look forward to joining you next week. Have a blessed weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you.